Welcome back. In this morning's What's Going Around, flu season is underway due to the government shutdown. The latest data we have on CDC numbers for the flu is dated back to September 20th, but that at the time was showing all minimal. But here at the Springfield-Greene County Flu Dashboard, we're getting a look at what this season has looked so far. We had 11 cases in the last week of October, bringing the total to 51 right now. And we, of course, are also hearing from one physician at Mercy who talks about what she's seeing in her clinic.
Certainly seeing patients with upper respiratory infections, some just normal kind of allergy type symptoms, others more acute bronchitis, acute sinusitis. I do know there's been a little bit of an uptick in flu and COVID cases presenting to the ER.
She says she doesn't think the increased ER numbers are due to the severity of illness, but because people don't know where else to go for care. She says if you haven't established care with a primary care provider, now is the time to do so, because a lot of the time those minor illnesses can be treated at home and don't necessarily need an office visit, and it can prevent overcrowding the local emergency rooms and spreading illness.
And when you're feeling awful, nobody wants to sit in an emergency room for 11 or 12 hours. They're going to triage the most critical patients first. So if you're stable, even though you may feel awful, if you are stable medically, they are not going, you're going to end up waiting. And then a lot of times leaving because you haven't been seen. Maybe you're just tired of sitting in that environment.
She says if you don't have a primary care provider, Mercy will help you find one. Also, if you don't want to leave home and you have minor symptoms, you can get advice from a nurse over the phone. She says call your doctor's office. Somebody is there to answer your call 24 hours a day, including weekends. And virtual visits with a doctor are also available. And as we get closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas and we start congregating together for the holidays, it's really important to remember to take those preventative steps. Wash your hands, stay home if you're sick, get plenty of rest, stay hydrated, and get your flu shot. That way you can enjoy the holiday season this year. And you can join me on the digital desk today at 10:30 and hear more of my conversation with Cindy about what is going around. And that was just her big message that, I think a lot of people go to the ERs because they don't know where else to go, but it just adds to those wait times. And again, she said if you're in a stable condition, you're going to go last when it comes to people coming in with, really life-threatening severe
So
things.
just, stay home, rest, hydrate, bring down that fever. Just looking at that video, I think everybody out there like me is just dreading this season again.
And there's nothing more of a bummer when you have to miss a Thanksgiving or a Friendsgiving or any event because you don't feel well. So, but you got to do it. You got to stay home, protect everybody else.
Wash your hands.